Well, let me ask you, if it's so common for other countries to have bad countries, like when you watch the news, they talk about countries doing terrible things to their people. When I think of that, I try to justify why we treat them badly, why we intentionally take their stuff and threaten them and point nuclear missiles at them. Is anybody pointing a nuclear missile at Minneapolis in case it goes crazy? Because, I mean, in this country, we're killing people with guns, and we're giving those guns to people, and we're giving them badges and licenses to kill people. And in other countries, if they did that, it would be everywhere. If the police shoot a single person in Berlin, it would be in every paper, or in France. You don't hear about it in Brazil because it's a totalitarian state. They just murder people at will. Like over 900 people last year, the favela people, gangs, people living in poverty. Over 800 murder last year alone by their police. It's not just policing. It's the way that democratic societies use the police to make other people less resistant towards being held down. If you don't understand what I'm saying, then you don't believe that those children were murdered. You believe that the gun was rightfully pointed at a person, a bullet left it with the trajectory of another human, and that human died. If that happened in Canada with the Canadian police, it would be everywhere. But in the United States, murder is a high priority. Remember the crack days in our country? Everyone's scared because crack was crazy, gang fighting, Uzis opening up, shooting up. Joe does. Joe Biden knows that. The enforcers of the Democratic National Party back then actually created this thing called a welfare state removal that forced people to actually leave their homes and their children and get bussed across the country for Mr. Clinton. Ask Joe about that. And Mr. Clinton sold prisons to the highest bidder so that they could be filled with the people that Joe agreed that 3 strikes and you're out, even if one man was put in prison for stealing a 6-pack of beer. Yeah, 3rd strike. This is the United States of America. This is the country run by the Übermensch, the overlords, the Fourth Reich, the ones that left over there, came over here, created a government, pretended like it was okay. Supremacists. What do you do about it? Like I said, if Berlin shot somebody right now, even if it was justified, it'd be in the news. But to get this stuff in the United States, how many people are dying every day? They're everywhere. They're not telling you nothing. There's dead people everywhere. Google and Apple and YouTube, they're all protecting it. They won't give you real information. They won't tell you how many people are dying a day. They won't tell you what's going on. Because that's how a true socialist regime works. You repress the loudest by making the worst voices the loudest and justify murdering the voices in between. And then pretend like the government actually cares. Where's Maxine Waters out there by that gasoline station pointing at Joe Biden saying, you fix these people, Joe Biden. You abandon these people, Joe Biden. You are letting the police murder these children, Joe Biden.